an emergency pantry supper you can make any day, any week, any month, any time of the year. I've got my cast iron skillet here, preheating over medium-high heat. I am going to season our boneless, skinless chicken thighs up with a little bit of salt and pepper. So we have some olive oil into our cast iron skillet that's been preheating. I'm gonna pop these in with the seasoned side down. I'm a pan crowder. It's going to get brown. You just have to maybe give it another minute. I don't have time to cook this in batches anymore. So while my chicken is browning, I'm gonna show you how we're just gonna prepare our things that we pulled out of the pantry. We have two 14-ounce cans of chickpeas, tons of protein in the chickpeas, and my son loves them. Now I'm going to drain my roasted red peppers. And why I love roasted red peppers in a jar is because the work is already done for you. We are trying to get dinner on the table very, very quickly. So I always have jars of roasted red peppers in my pantry because they're perfect on like a meat and cheese board. They're perfect to add in a salad. And now why I'm using marinated artichokes is because it gives you that really nice like vinegary flavor, and there's some spices in there. I really like that. And I'm not even gonna chop these. I'm just gonna put these in whole. So we'll let these drain over the garbage bowl. We are going to just chop our onions. 5 o'clock is absolute panic and hectic hour at my house. All the zoo animals need to get fed. That would be my son and my daughter. And ironically, everybody needs to get fed at the exact same time, and everybody needs different things. Okay, so we are nice and browned on one side. So we are gonna give these a quick flip, let them cook on one side, and then we're gonna take them right out of the pan because these are going to finish cooking in the oven. We are going to remove these, pull up all of that flavor from the chicken thighs that's at the bottom of the pan, and get this guy in the oven. So to our pan where we cooked our chicken thighs, I am going to add in our onion, and we are going to let this saute. You're gonna add as much garlic as you want. I always have the patience for like 2 to 3 cloves, so that's why most of my recipes call for 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. We are crushing garlic because we are busy people and we don't have time to not crush garlic. Our onion and garlic has cooked out in that delicious flavor that was left by the chicken thighs. I'm gonna season it with a little bit more salt and pepper because why not? And now we are going to deglaze the pan to get up more of that deliciousness from the chicken thighs. And what we are going to deglaze with today is some water. You know why? Because I don't want to open up a box of stock and use 2 tablespoons of it, and then it goes bad in my refrigerator because I don't use it until the next week. I know you know what I'm talking about. You could seriously deglaze this with a little bit of water and it's going to be perfectly fine. All of that brown is flavor. You could also deglaze, because if you also have 2 children like me, you probably have some open white wine in the house. A little bit of wine in the pan never hurt anybody. A little bit of wine in the glass at 5 o'clock also helps out with getting dinner on the table. Chickpeas are beautiful roasted red peppers. They came from a jar. And our can of marinated artichoke hearts. Just delicious and fancy. We're gonna give it another season with some salt and pepper. And then we are gonna add back in our chicken thighs. I kind of nestle them into what we've got going on here. So now this is when the pan goes from the stovetop to the stove. We're gonna let this all cook through. We've got it at 375. Ooh, look at that. It is bubbly and brown, and those chickpeas are like really nice and crispy. Also I just threw in a loaf of some bread because I had that in the freezer. Just made that nice and warm. And now we're gonna get real fancy, guys, because I have some wilting parsley in my refrigerator. Any herbs you have, if you don't have herbs, you definitely do not need herbs. All right, give that parsley a quick chop. Woo, look how fancy that is. We're gonna plate some of this up. Little side of bread. Look at that meal. So good. Again, you don't have the parsley, don't have the parsley. You don't have the bread, don't have the bread. But this is everything that I had in my pantry and refrigerator, and we got an emergency dinner on the table in under 30 minutes. And it is delicious.